So you're saying you can't be bothered to do a new opening video? You're just going to rerun an old one and just hope no one notices? Yeah, well, good luck with that. I suppose I'll just have to spice this up a bit then, won't I? It's Saturday, and it's time for the biggest party in your living room. Make sure your drinks are chilled and snacks at the ready. It's time for everyone's favourite Saturday night entertainment. Not Ant or Deck, not Strictly Come Dancing. It's week 9 of the Mottram CC live and virtual quiz. Go well!
All right, good evening, folks. Welcome again to week 9, would you believe? Week 9. Wow. So this must mean that it's sort of 10 or 11 weeks since the start of this abomination of this coronavirus. But I hope this finds you all well. We'll start, as we have done with every week, with a toast, obviously, to good health. So cheers. I hope this finds you and your friends and family well. But it's a white wine spritzer to start this week, folks. Just thought I'd mix it up. Don't knock it till you tried it. Don't knock it till you tried it. Before we do go on, obviously just notice, I'll just suppose comment on the fact that unbelievably it's 3 years since the Manchester Arena attack. You may have seen at the start there Stephen's sterling work rehashing the badge. But I suppose just a toast to those who were lost on that fateful evening. So to those people and their families, cheers to them too. Always remember, never forget, as the poet Tony Walsh puts so superbly. There is a slight tribute, I suppose, tonight within the questions. We've got a bit of a Manchester focus in the first couple of rounds of pick and mix, but we'll get to that in due course. So again, good evening to everyone at home. Just a few thank yous before I start. Thank you to Adi Davis, who's essentially been doing a bit of a Nick Knowles up at the Cricket Club this week. You know, those odd jobs that really needed doing. I think he's been out and bought some paint of his own volition, and then he's managed to paint those dreadful timber things that were sort of in and around that walkway, and it's looking rather splendid. Michael Beach has been busy on the Benson decking outside, etc. So to those two individuals and to everybody else who's been up at the club working hard this week in the sunshine, and Dadge in particular. And I will say very much thank you to Dadge, because I know he likes to give me a bit of stick on it. No rugby tonight, Dadge. No rugby again tonight. Plenty of football. Don't worry about it, mate. But thank you very much to all of those who've been getting stuck in. Absolutely superb work from you as always. A little bit of a notice before we start. An inquiry in the week from our good friends Jackie and Cheb around: is there a plan? Of what we'll do with the quiz as and when restrictions are lifted. Well, Jackie, I think broadly what I will say is that we are as keen as you to get back in the Cricket Club. I can assure you of that. So to the extent that the lifting of restrictions allows us to do so, we will be looking to do that as quickly as possible, get back up to the club and get people sort of interacting from a socially safe distance, of course. I think just fair to say, though, that we appreciate that that's not an option for everybody. There will be still people, we assume, who are either quite a long way away or sort of shielding, etc. So to the extent that we do go back up to the club, we will try and make sure that the club is streamed as it is. The quiz is being streamed as it is now, in order to make sure that everybody can continue to participate. The BSF Productions team are also currently hard at work in order to try and bring, I suppose, a number of events. And you'll all know that we have our annual race night, which is a massive fixture. Just whisper it, folks. Just whisper this. Plans are afoot to hold a race night potentially in 3 or 4 weeks' time. sort of towards the middle or end of June. Whether that's done with any sort of face-to-face interaction or whether it's purely virtual, we'll wait and see. We're getting a lot of help from our good friend Matthew Nixon at Malzana, and we will come back to you in due course, or probably this week at some stage, with an update on that. I think that's about it. So I think that's the opening notices done. I think everybody knows what we're doing by now, don't they? But should we do it just in case? We do it in case, Steve. Go on then, let's do it in case. Let's get it up. Whip it up, Steve. So essentially, if you want to play along at home, you've not played this before, you can access everything that you need from the Cricket Club's website. So you're accessing through Google there, onto the club's webpage. You scroll down, there'll be team registrations there and some quiz papers, etc. You can access each paper, as it goes live when Beachy hits the button. Beachy is round one live at the moment. Round one is live. Well, one thing that Beachy's asked me to do, folks, is it on the answer sheet? So on the answer sheet, what Beachy's done is we want to try and capture just how wide the scope of our quiz is, I suppose, to a certain extent. So to the extent that you can just put in how many are on your team, it will not be held against you. There is no maximum on your team numbers. It'd just be great to sort of see just how many we have got playing along at home. One last thing before we kick off. Steve, have you got the photograph? I just wanted to raise it. So this is one of our players at home, and it really cheered me up when I saw it, because I used to get a lot of stick for my hair. I used to get a lot of stick for the way that it was balding rapidly and it fell out. Just have a look at that. I mean, if ever a man needed a barber, I mean, wow, that needs the barber of Seville, that thing. That is absolutely outrageous. Who has cut that, Craig? Who has cut that? So hello to Craig and the Aspinalls playing along at home. Please do. I can send you a wall razor and you can just get rid of that, because that is absolutely atrocious. Without further ado, I think we're ready in the back end. We do have a team. We do have a team tonight called In the Back End. It's before 9 o'clock, so let's just be steady. But are you ready, Steve? Are we ready? Are we ready to rock and roll? Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. First question on tonight's quiz. I like this question. Number one, what piece of fruit is found at the top of the men's Wimbledon trophy? So just to be clear, that's the men's singles competition. So what piece of fruit is found at the top of that particular trophy? That's question one in tonight's quiz. The spritzer is absolutely stunning, and do you know what? It can be done affordably. It can be done affordably. Pinot Grigio from your local Aldi, little dash of lemonade in there. It really is fantastic. Other supermarkets are available, of course. Okay, so that's question one. So what piece of fruit is found at the top of the men's Wimbledon trophy? And question two, what is the longest suspension bridge in the United Kingdom? So that's question number two. What is the longest suspension bridge in the United Kingdom? Is Dadge playing along at home tonight, Beachy? Is he? Oh no, could be a quiet evening for me then. Could be a really quiet evening. Very nice. Okay, so that was question two. What is the longest suspension bridge in the United Kingdom? And question three in tonight's quiz. Which sign of the zodiac comes after Aries? So in the calendar year, in the Gregorian calendar, of course, in the calendar year, which sign of the zodiac comes immediately after Aries? That was question three in tonight's quiz. Dadge could well be protesting last week after a combination of football and knitting came up. Not his forte. Fashion brands was another one which he didn't quite appreciate. Okay, next one is a chemical element. We like these. SB. This is number four. SB is the chemical symbol for what? So that's question four on tonight's quiz. SB is the chemical symbol for what? No idea. Didn't really. Yeah, the sugar babes, nice feature, really nice. Yeah, I didn't listen to Mrs. Williams in chemistry, clearly. She had a phobia of balloons, oddly. Yeah, odd. Okay, yeah, she would struggle with my head, Beachy. You're right. She would struggle with my head. Thank you. Okay, question 5. How many dice are there in a game of Yahtzee? So that's question 5. Like a Yahtzee question as well. What a game that is. Question 5. How many dice are there in a game of Yahtzee? Stephen Scott has just asked me what is Yahtzee. Stephen, Yahtzee is one of the greatest games ever made. It is superb. You essentially, oh God, no, we're not going there. There was almost a Michael Ball incident there. Let's just row back from that. Stephen, I'll explain when I'm going through the answers. Okay. So that was 5. How many dice are there in a game of Yahtzee? 6. White, English, Cecile, I assume that's how that's pronounced, and Burr are all types of what? So that's question number 6. White, English, Cecile, and Burr are all types of what? That was question number 6 in tonight's quiz. Burr, Steve Burr, not Steve Burr. Okay. So that was question 6. White, English, Cecile, and Burr are all types of what? I can tell you that they're not Stalybridge Celtic legends. Just to be clear. Okay. So that was 6. Number 7. Lansing is the capital of which US state? So Lansing is the capital of which US state? That's question number 7. Popular tourist destination that is. Oh, dearie me. Just hearing in the back end, folks, that after a very frantic start, Stephen Scott has now calmed down. Flapping, there was a little bit of a dropout in the audio just at the start of the intro. I'm sure Mike Scott's going to be absolutely delighted about that. But yeah, all's calm now, as you see. All's calm in the back end. Oh no! Oh right, everybody else can hear it. Oh, sorry, apologies. Back end trouble. Oh dearie me. Okay, question 8. Gustavo Kuerten is a former world number 1 in which sport? So that's question number 8. Gustavo Kuerten is a former world number 1 in which sport? I'm almost certain I've not pronounced that correct. Almost certain. That can't be right, can it? Kuerten. Good news, folks. In the Pick and Mix, the Showcase Showdown returns. It returns in its polished former glory as well. I'm really excited about it. I've deliberately not watched some of it just so I can see Mike Scott at his best. Okay. Question 9. In what year did Oasis have their first number 1 hit single? So just to be clear on, well, exactly what it says on the tin. It's their first number 1 UK hit single. So that's question number 9. In what year did Oasis have their first number 1 hit single? I reckon Craig Aspinall could get into Oasis with that haircut. That sort of... So it's almost Lloyd Christmas, wasn't it? It was almost Lloyd Christmas, just completely square at the bottom. Obviously. Dan Martin's asked if I've lost weight. Thanks for asking, Dan. I have actually. £6 if you're asking. A lot of golf being played. A lot of golf being played. Some, with better success in some areas than others. Storming start today. Just 2 over 3-5 until a 6 and a 7 from the middle of the fairway on 6 and 7. It's absolutely incredible. And safe to say that the head completely fell off and cracked into an eggy mess on the floor. Okay, question 10. That was 9. This is question 10. What is the name of the chief instructor on SAS Who Dares Wins? That's question 10. What is the name of the chief instructor on SAS Who Dares Wins? Oh, God, almost another Michael. You can tell I've had a couple of beers before we came online tonight because there's almost another Michael Ball left. Really got to concentrate here. Really got to concentrate. Okay, so that was 10. SAS Who Dares Wins? Who's the chief instructor? 11. Steve Coogan played which London magnate in The Luck of Love? Now, the individual he played was known as the King of Soho, and a fairly notorious figure, I think, back in the 70s. I think at one stage, what I will say is, I think at one stage it was rumoured he owned a silly amount of property in the capital. So that's question 11. Steve Coogan played which London magnate in The Luck of Love? The individual he played was known as the King of Soho. Good film, that, actually. If anybody who's looking for something to burn the time during the lockdown. Stephen doesn't need any. He doesn't need any distractions. He can just lock himself away in that cave. Oh God, so dark in there. No wonder you're just white, Steve. Okay, 12. On to 12. In Christianity, don't worry, we're not doing a full round of that tonight. In Christianity, what festival is celebrated on the 6th of January? That's question number 12. In Christianity, what festival is celebrated on the 6th of January? That would have definitely have been more appropriate than some of the questions we asked in that Christianity round. Okay, that was 12. In Christianity, what festival is celebrated on the 6th of January? That's 12. On to 13. One for the cricket tourists here. What side of the road do people drive on in Australia? So that's question 13. What side of the road do people drive on in Australia? Obviously, Oliver, who spent the winter playing over in Australia, should get that if he was actually taking any notice rather than having his head in a bottle of Gaviscon the entire time. So that's question 13. What side of the road do people drive on in Australia? A new feature. So I have kept the curtains open. I didn't think it was. I've been concentrating. I've kept the curtains open just because it's nice to have the light in, isn't it, for a little while. So if you want to guess and join in, we should have it looks like a caption competition online. What is out of Stefan's window? Anything could be going on out there, especially after the hoodlum youths of Hyde last week. Okay, 14. My mum should get this. She knows what a GIF is. What does GIF stand for? So that's question 14. What does GIF stand for? We all know it, and we all love them. So that's question 14. What does GIF stand for? People like Stephen Scott will know that. Do you not know that, Steve? Oh well, if you get that, then you're in the top 5%, ladies and gentlemen. If Steve doesn't know that. Yep, hope it does. Okay, question 15. Who is the voice of Elsa in the movie Frozen? One for any it's a family quiz, one for any kids playing along at home there. So 15, who is the voice of Elsa in the movie Frozen? Yeah. A good film, Frozen, you know. Enjoyable for all the family. I've watched it on a couple of occasions, actually. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I've not seen number 2 yet. My favourite song from the first one would have to be For the First Time in Forever. Great track. Oh, dearie me. Just cut that out. Cut that out, Steve. Can we clip that? Can we clip it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Question 16. How many children does old Liz have? How many children does Queen Elizabeth have? For any for the avoidance of doubt, this is Queen Elizabeth II, who we're looking for. Yeah, difficult to see how Queen Elizabeth I would have had any children, that's for sure. One for the historians. Okay, how many children does Queen Elizabeth have? That's question 16 and 17. We like a bit of Shakespeare, don't we? Which is Shakespeare's longest play? That's question 17. Which is Shakespeare's longest play? I think it's at about something like 4,300 lines, something like that. Yeah, never read it. And if I'm honest, I don't intend to. Okay, question 17. Which is Shakespeare's longest play? Back to over to 18, and we don't ask many cricket questions on this quiz. We try and stay away from cricket, politics, and religion. I think I've covered nearly all of those so far in general knowledge. But here we go. Question 18, one for the cricket fans. Who scored a record 456 runs in a single Test match in 1990? That's question. Oh, whoa. It's happened again, folks. It's happened again. It's okay. Don't worry. I'm still with you. Okay. Should we do that again? Let's do it again. Okay. Question 18. Who scored a record 456 runs in a single Test match in 1990? Over 2 innings. Yeah, in 2 innings. Alistair Brown would like me to clarify which Queen Elizabeth game. I mean, on the basis that Queen Elizabeth I, I believe she was a virgin, wasn't she? So I think we're going with Queen Elizabeth II, Alistair. We're definitely going with Queen Elizabeth II. Before the watershed, but I think that's clean enough. That is clean enough, definitely. That is a technical term, medical term. Yeah, no regulation. Question 19. Let's move on before we get stuck. Whose real name is Harry Webb? Question 19. Whose real name is Harry Webb? Yeah. Ofcom will be banging the door down before we know it. Okay. So it's question 19, reasonably straightforward. Whose real name is Harry Webb? And question 20. Who has appeared in Dictionary Corner on Countdown every year since 1992? So that's question number 20. Who has appeared in Dictionary Corner on Countdown every year since 1992? Now, for those who aren't so skilled with maths, just to be clear, that's 28 years. That is bonkers. Okay, 20. Who has appeared in Dictionary Corner on Countdown every year since 1992? We're going to run through those at the end of round 2, Steve. Or should we run through them again now? Rattle through them again quickly. Okay, we'll rattle through them again quickly, and then we'll move on to round 2, which is the pick and mix. Oh yeah, because we want people to submit, don't we? Okay, question 1. What piece of fruit is found at the top of the men's Wimbledon trophy? 2. What is the longest suspension bridge in the United Kingdom? 3. What sign of the zodiac comes immediately after Aries in the Gregorian calendar? SB is the chemical symbol for what? That was question number 4. 5. How many dice are there in a game of Yahtzee? 6. White, English, Cecile, and Burr are all types of what? 7. Lansing is the capital of which state? 8. Gustavo Kuerten is a former world number 1 in which sport? 9. In what year did Oasis have their first number 1 hit single? 10. What is the name of the chief instructor on SAS Who Dares Wins? 11. Steve Coogan played which London magnate in The Luck of Love? The individual he played was known as the King of Soho. 12, in Christianity, what festival is celebrated on the 6th of January? 13, what side of the road do people drive on down under in Australia? 14, what does GIF stand for? 15, who is the voice of Elsa in the movie Frozen? 16, how many children does Queen Elizabeth II have? The second. 17, which is Shakespeare's longest play? 18, who scored a record 456 runs in a single test match in 1990? 19, whose real name is Harry Webb? And 20, who has appeared in Dictionary Corner on Countdown every year since 1992? A couple of minutes just to finish those up and submit, guys, and then we can move through to pick and mix, which is there's a real variety in that tonight. There really is. How are we doing on submissions, Beachy? Okay, we're getting up towards halfway on the submissions, so a couple more minutes just to clear those off before we move through. So I think I've just had enough of the spritzer. So cheers. Move through now to the San Miguel. Glorious 5%. This could get really messy. Southern Comfort at Cassidy Beach. What you on at Cassidy, Scott? Steve? Nothing open, like a true professional. True professional there, Steve. Okay, still eating his tea. Not a vegan curry, I hope. Pizza, lovely. Yeah, very nice. Beachy, submissions, how are we doing? We're nearly there. Let's keep getting them in, folks. A couple more to do. Is the sheet for round 2 live yet, Beachy? So the sheet for round 2 is live. Are we cutting it off, Beachy, round 1? Let's get that in, shall we? Let's get them in. Okay. Are we there? Thereabout. Yeah, okay, good. So round 2, here we go. Pick and mix. So we all know the format by now. We've got 5 lots of 5 tonight, and then, of course, the showcase at the end. Have you noticed how Alan Carr has sort of sneakily come in, trying to hijack our game show? 8:15 next Saturday. He thinks he's going to take us on in a ratings showdown. Let's see. He's revived a load of games like Bullseye and whatnot. Come on, Alan, give it a rest, will you? Okay, here we go. First round in pick and mix relates, as I've said, the first couple relate to the city of Manchester. And the first one is our sporting one, obviously, and relates to Manchester United. So for any United fans out there, this is a real test. So the 1998-99 treble winning season will go down in folklore, and possibly will never, ever be repeated, not for a very long time. What I want to know is, in that season, I want to know who the top 5 appearance makers were for Manchester United in that 1998-99 treble winning season. Now, just a couple of points of clarification here. It's across all formats, across all competitions, and there is a tie in 5th place. There are 3 players who come in 5th place. So what I'm looking, when I say appearances, I'm talking starts and off the bench combined. But because there's a tie in 5th between 3 players, I have broken that tie by taking the player who made the most starts. So just to be clear, you're looking for the top 5 appearance makers in all formats. That includes appearances or starts. But where there's a 3-way tie in 5th place with 51 appearances, I have chosen and I will award the point for the individual with the most starts. Hope that was clear enough. And I'll just give you a couple of minutes just to stew on that one. Plenty of places to go with that. Beachy's telling me he got 5 out of 5. Oh, no. Oh, Beachy didn't get 5 out of 5, Steve. Humorous anecdote coming shortly, folks. As you'll know, the cricket guidelines allow some netting now, and I'm told that there was a bit of an assault on Monsieur Beach in the net yesterday, which led to an enormous meltdown. Possibly to come in a short while once we crack through a couple of these. So just to be clear, so we're looking for the 5 top appearance makers of 98, 99 for the winning season for the first list. And I'm not prescriptive about the order, just to be clear. As long as you get the 5 names on there, that's absolutely fine. Okay. So Dan Martin, who is so Dan Martin telling me it's tough, but that's only because Dan Martin reckons he's the top red. He's covering his back for when he doesn't get 5 out of 5. Okay, so that's the first 5. Of course, as usual, folks, for round 2, when we go to the break, you'll have sort of 5-10 minutes just to stew over the answers and get that sheet populated all the way. Yeah, or Google them, but don't Google them. Don't upset the integrity of the quiz. Yeah, I felt like a teacher. I did feel like a teacher then. Okay, next one, we've got some more. It's another Manchester-related one, and we've got the alphabetical anagrams are back, folks. But this time it's on famous sites of Manchester. So there are a number of famous sites of Manchester there, jumbled up in alphabetical order in terms of an anagram. So, yeah, Jeff, have you got them on, Steve? There we go. So just to be clear, so these are, well, Steve reckons these are hard. I know that we've got a few anagram kings and queens at home. So just to be clear from last week, I haven't specified spaces. You've got to work that out for yourself. There may be 1 or more spaces in the particular sites that you're looking at there within the anagrams. Is it just me, or these anagrams, they do look harder when you put in alphabetical order? Is that just me? Yeah. Steve's asking me to stop being horrible. No. Sorry. God. So yeah, Dan Martin on there. Just remind Dan, it's 27 minutes to 9. We are before the watershed. Just remind you, it's family quiz. It's a family quiz, Dan. So just mind yourself in that pink jumper that you're no doubt wearing at home. Is it, I assume that I was going to say that the whole family's playing at home, is it? Okay. No, you're one answering it. Hello to Ben. I saw Ben running a couple of weeks ago through Hattersley. Yeah, very quickly, much quicker than I was, that's for sure. Outrun by a 13, 14-year-old lad. Okay, couple a minute or so more on those. I was just thinking, Beach, this is going to be really fun for you to mark this evening. There's a couple of, I'll be honest, Beach, I've not even thought about you. Sorry. Oh, you found a new way. Okay, great. He's put the formulas in. That's very nice. Okay, so there are the anagrams. Just wait for the clock to strike 25 to, then we'll move forward. I've completely misjudged it. Set of 3. Let's move on. 11 to 15. Let's move forward. So there are your anagrams. 11 to 15 tonight. Just in case anybody was confused as to what I was doing there, it's an Alan Partridge reference. Please do check it out. 11 to 15 tonight. African countries. Ooh, yeah, here we go. So there are 5 African countries which begin with the letter E. So I need you to find those five countries that begin with the letter E. Point of clarification here: one of the countries, although it's known as whatever it's known as, its actual official name is Republic of. So there is one where its official title is Republic of, but generally it's just known by its normal name. 5 to get there. 3 fairly straightforward, I think, and then a couple of tough ones to go looking for. Just to be clear, I'm nodding because Beach has asked me for a point of clarification on whether a mark will be allowed for a certain answer, and my response was so a question coming in about whether I've washed these whites. They've been washed a few times actually throughout the process. Yeah, I have. I think it's just the fact that they're just not very white anymore. I think they've just turned. They've turned. They spent too much time in my kit bag. I think that's the issue. Okay. That was African countries. I'm just trying to give people a bit of peace and quiet, Steve, because when I watched this back a couple of weeks ago, I thought, God, he's an annoying when he just rabbits on. So just a little bit of peace and quiet to try and get head around those. So that's African countries beginning with the letter E. Like I said, there'll be time just during the break to sort of get your head around these a little bit more and have a bit of a natter. If you've not got all 5 yet, just keep thinking caps on as we work through. Okay, next is my least favourite topic of all time. Rubbish at this. We're on to literature tonight, bit of literature. Now, I've tried to keep this reasonably straightforward. You can send your complaints to mottrampeople@gmail.com if it's not. But here we go. So you're going to see 5 book covers. These are covers to novels. Now, what I need you to do is just identify the name of the novel. I don't need an author. I just need the name of the novel. So can we have the first one, please, Steve? Okay. This looks like it's a little bit like Jay Riley when he's coming into bowl after he's been hit 6. Just a raging stampede into the crease. That's another short delivery, and that's another one. Okay. So again here, just looking for the title of the novel to which this book cover relates. I sense that this is going to be really straightforward for some and nigh on impossible for others. We'll see. Okay, so we've seen Jay Riley bowling. Let's move on to 17, please, Steve. Okay, here we go. I think even I got that one. I was really pleased with myself as well when I got it. Oh God, what a saddo. So that's 17. I was just looking just to make sure that there was nothing on the border there that was particularly incriminating. We don't want another Eric Bristow on our hands, do we? Oh God. Okay, so that's 17. These are all on the answer sheets, aren't they, Beachy? Okay, so yeah, 18. Let's move to 18. is 18. That looks like me before I started my diet. Oh, nice. Okay, 18. That was 18 on the book covers. 19. Here we go. Put your readers on at home if you're a little bit short-sighted or you're struggling with the old eyes. Just pop your thin lids on there. You need to have a close look at that. I'm told that's a famous book cover. It looks like a big red book to me. It's not the Bible, Steve. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you're right, Mitch. It might be someone's Bible, but you're struggling with this quiz tonight, aren't you, Steve? Okay, so that was 19, and then 20 now. On 20, I mean, I think everybody's going to know what the book or what the type of book is, but I need the specific book in the sequence because there are obviously numerous in this particular series. Let's have a look at 20, please, Steve. This is the cover to which book, and I need the full title. I do need the full title. Sorry. Yeah, they got a message this week from Steve telling me that I haven't included the whole cover for this. That's because the title of it is emblazoned up on the top, and it was really hard to find with a blanked out. We need the full title. Full title is crucial. Okay, they're on your answer sheets at home, so I will move through swiftly to either or. We're going either or again tonight, for an either or round. The first either or, oh, are you ready now, Steve? You ready now, are you, in the back? The first either or tonight is a good one, I think. Anybody who's not watched The Last Dance on Netflix, do watch it. It's compelling viewing. It is absolutely phenomenal. But what I want to know is, first either or, who's taller, Michael Jordan or Peter Crouch? So that's question 21 on the either or. Who's taller, Michael Jordan or Peter Crouch? Peter Crouch of the podcast fame, they are also superb. So that was. I have listened to Tailenders. It's okay. I'm not going to get too excited about it though. Okay, that was 21. Let's move through 22. Which flag has the most horizontal stripes? The Greek flag or the Stars and Stripes of the United States of America? So that's question number 22. Which flag has the most horizontal stripes? The Greek flag or the United States of America's flag? Okay, that's 22. 23, Ayrton Fielding's Daily Tea by the looks of things. Here we go. Although I would say that, but he's in really good shape. Though, actually, he's been running with William. Hi, Ayrton, if you watch it, by the way. Are there more calories in a Big Mac or a Whopper? Now, I have asked this as a closest to thing question before, how many calories in a Big Mac? But I want to know which, I was going to say which is best for you, but let's know which is worst, isn't it? Because they're both terrible. So are there more calories in a Big Mac or a Whopper? A Whopper of Burger King fame, of course. Ooh, do I prefer Burger King burgers or McDonald's burgers? Do you know what? I'm not a massive fan of Big Macs and the sauce. For me, the king of fast food burgers would have to be the XL bacon double cheeseburger from Burger King. It's just, thank you, Stephen. It is correct, isn't it? It's just unbeatable. Oh, the king of burgers. If anybody wants to challenge that, feel free to comment away, but you're not. Okay, yeah. So over this 24. A bit of clarification here. Which is quicker, a Tour de France cyclist or Usain Bolt? So to be clear, what I want to, and essentially what this is we've taken the time that it takes a cyclist to complete the Tour de France, and averaged out their speed, and compared it to the speed that Usain Bolt ran to break the world record. And which is quicker? Never had a Wendy's. No, never had a Wendy's. Steve. I'm hearing that the Baconator may well be a challenger to the bacon double cheeseburger. Just struggle to see it. Okay, that was 24 and 25. Which is furthest north, Skye or Islay? Is it Islay? Islay. So they're what was it called, Beachy? Oh, he thought it was called Isle. I thought it was like Islay. So is it Skye or the other one? And they're of course islands in Scotland. So which is further north? Which is further north, Skye or the other one? So Dan Martin's looking a little bit bitter about the Manchester United question. Has now said I've gone from having lost weight to looking every inch the burger connoisseur. Thanks, Dan. Thanks. Cheers to you. I'll tell you what, I'll be able to buy plenty of burgers with all that money I've saved living rent free in your head. That is for sure. Thanks, Dan. Okay, right. So they're the five. They're the five segments. Are they, to the extent, are they most of them on the answer sheet? Okay, so just quickly, you don't need to toggle through these, Steve. Just to be clear, the first five are the top appearance makers for Manchester United in that treble-winning season of 98-99. But the famous sites of Manchester, the alphabetical anagrams. The next five are African countries beginning with the letter E. Then we've got the book covers. We need the name of the novel. And then the either-ors. 21, who's taller, Michael Jordan or Peter Crouch? 22, which flag has more horizontal stripes, Greece or the USA? 23, are there more calories in a Big Mac or a Whopper? And 24, which is quicker, Tour de France? 24, which is quicker, Tour de France, cyclist or Usain Bolt? And 25, which is further north, Skye or LA, however that's pronounced. Okay, I've rattled through the repeats just because I'm conscious of time, and we're on to my favourite segment, I think, which is the Showcase Showdown. So, as with previous weeks, folks, let's just remind ourselves, you're going to see a video now, a classic showcase with a number of prizes. And all I need from you in box 26 on your answer sheet is a bid. Now, that bid, to the extent that it's £1,000 under the actual price of the showcase, you'll receive £5. Sorry, not £5. I'm not writing the check myself. 5 points. So within 2,004 points, within 3,003 points, within 4,002 points, and within 5,001 points. As we know from our late friend Bruce here, there's nothing in this game for going a penny over. So a penny over, you are wiped out. Thanks for coming, 0 points. So we're going to show you the showcase. I'll briefly have a bit of an natter before we go to a break, but then we'll go to a break for 10 minutes, and you can sort of rattle off the rest of round two. But without further ado, make sure you turn your volumes up at home. I'll give you a moment, just being told to make sure you turn your volumes up. Adjust your sets at home. Lovely. I'm sure that there's probably a couple still scrabbling around for the remote. Let's get on with it. Let's have a look at tonight's Showcase Showdown.
Thank you, Stefan, and may I say what a fantastic job you guys are doing this evening. Now it's time for everyone's favourite part of the night, the real hostess with the mostest. It's me, Mike Scott, with the Showcase Showdown! Want to take part in the Mottram March? Need something to accurately tally up your miles? Well, the Garmin Fenix 6S Pro GPS 42mm multi-sport watch in black is exactly what you need. Make the most of your training and leisure time thanks to onboard GPS, heart rate monitoring and preloaded maps, all whilst providing a more comfortable fit on your wrist, as well as GPS, GLONASS? Satellite positioning. This beauty also has an altimeter, a barometer and an electric compass. Oh, and don't forget Garmin Pay and menstrual cycle tracking. Now you've got the watch, you'll need something to run in. Look no further than world-leading sports brand Puma. The Puma Speed 602 running shoes are the lightest ever running shoe they've produced. This high-performance athletic shoe features hybrid cushioning and responsive pro form for elite comfort. And why stop there? Let's go full kit winner with matching shorts, t-shirt and running jacket. With dry cell moisture wicking technology, ventilation where you need it most, and reflective elements for safety and low light conditions, you'll certainly stand out from the crowd in this. This is top of the range gear, and if you're lucky, you could look just as good as our very own Prince of Puma, 3 times award-winning bowler, Mike Scott. But don't bother asking for his discount, this is all full price, baby. Crikey, after all your Mottram marches, you must be exhausted. Well, enjoy a relaxing getaway at the AA4 Silver Star Holiday Inn in Wokingham, just outside of Reading. This is a fabulous one-night pampering break for 2 with dinner. You'll be treated to a 3-course evening meal, a full English breakfast, full use of the Spirit Spa with complimentary towel, and of course 2 25-minute spa treatments per person. Now you've relaxed and unwound, you'll be ready to jump on a plane and fly all the way to Sydney, Australia! G'day Cobber, pop another shrimp on the barbie. You and a companion will be flying courtesy of British Airways to the original Convict Island for a 7-day holiday like no other this Christmas. Let the shackles off in the Four Seasons 5-star hotel overlooking the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. You'll be enjoying bed and breakfast experience with your deluxe room coming with partial views of the harbour. The hotel is one of the city's most stylish accommodations, including iPod/MP3 docking stations and wireless internet access. That's right, Wi-Fi. Don't like too much choice? Good. This hotel has 1 bar, 1 restaurant and 1 swimming pool. And once you get back from the holiday of a lifetime, how about driving the car of a lifetime? That's right, you'll be driving a fan favourite of every middle-aged woman, the elegant Honda Jazz EXIMMD ECVT model. As reviewed by What Car, this little 5-door is as roomy and versatile as bigger cars, but the ride and refinement disappoint. But this car does boast 59 miles to the gallon, an impressive boot capacity of 304 litres, and will do 0 to 60 in a nippy 9.9 seconds. The all-new Jazz range has arrived with advanced eHIV hybrid engine and dynamic modern looks, and of course the gold standard for any car, magic seats. Now all of this won't be yours tonight if the price is right.
Wonderful. Well done, Mike. Very, very amusing. I did enjoy that. Sorry, I'm just composing myself. So just to be clear, what are we looking at here? We're looking at a Garmin watch. We've got the Puma sort of gear, top of the range, training gear, which running shoes, shorts, t-shirt, jacket, etc. Let's not forget the spa break in Wokingham. Every couple's dream, that, isn't it? Imagine opening that on Valentine's Day. You've got spa break in Wokingham, lovely stuff. And then we've got 7 days in Sydney for you and a partner, Four Seasons Hotel with partial views of the harbour. That was my favourite bit, I think, partial views. Who's selling that? And then obviously we've got the Honda Jazz. So the watch, the Puma gear, the spa break, the Sydney holiday, and the Honda Jazz. that's us for part one. We're going to go for a 10-minute break. So yeah, I think the video is going to be replayed over the break, just in case you want to have another browse or whatever. But yeah, so whilst you've turned it up, if you now want to mute it, then feel free to do so. If you don't want to hear Mike Scott's voice anymore, so we're going to go for a break. We're back at 5 past. So you can get your sort of sheet submitted about a minute or so beforehand, and then we can move. We can do the answers and move straight through to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. All right, see you shortly, folks. Cheers.
Thank you, Stefan, and may I say what a fantastic job you guys are doing this evening. Now it's time for everyone's favourite part of the night, the real hostess with the mostest. It's me, Mike Scott, with the Showcase Showdown! Want to take part in the Mottram March? Need something to accurately tally up your miles? Well, the Garmin Fenix 6S Pro GPS 42mm multi-sport watch in black is exactly what you need. Make the most of your training and leisure time thanks to onboard GPS, heart rate monitoring and preloaded maps, all whilst providing a more comfortable fit on your wrist, as well as GPS, GLONASS? Satellite positioning. This beauty also has an altimeter, a barometer and an electric compass. Oh, and don't forget Garmin Pay and menstrual cycle tracking. Now you've got the watch, you'll need something to run in. Look no further than world-leading sports brand Puma. The Puma Speed 602 running shoes are the lightest ever running shoe they've produced. This high-performance athletic shoe features hybrid cushioning and responsive pro form for elite comfort. And why stop there? Let's go full kit winner with matching shorts, t-shirt and running jacket. With dry cell moisture wicking technology, ventilation where you need it most, and reflective elements for safety and low light conditions, you'll certainly stand out from the crowd in this. This is top of the range gear, and if you're lucky, you could look just as good as our very own Prince of Puma, 3 times award-winning bowler, Mike Scott. But don't bother asking for his discount, this is all full price, baby. Crikey, after all your Mottram marches, you must be exhausted. Well, enjoy a relaxing getaway at the AA4 Silver Star Holiday Inn in Wokingham, just outside of Reading. This is a fabulous one-night pampering break for 2 with dinner. You'll be treated to a 3-course evening meal, a full English breakfast, full use of the Spirit Spa with complimentary towel, and of course 2 25-minute spa treatments per person. Now you've relaxed and unwound, you'll be ready to jump on a plane and fly all the way to Sydney, Australia! G'day, Cobber. Pop another shrimp on the barbie. You and a companion will be flying courtesy of British Airways to the original Convict Island for a 7-day holiday like no other this Christmas. Let the shackles off in the Four Seasons 5-star hotel overlooking the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. You'll be enjoying bed and breakfast experience with your deluxe room coming with partial views of the harbour. The hotel is one of the city's most stylish accommodations, including iPod/MP3 docking stations and wireless internet access. That's right, Wi-Fi. Don't like too much choice? Good. This hotel has 1 bar, 1 restaurant and 1 swimming pool. And once you get back from the holiday of a lifetime, how about driving the car of a lifetime? That's right, you'll be driving a fan favourite of every middle-aged woman, the elegant Honda Jazz EXIMMD ECVT model. As reviewed by What Car, this little 5-door is as roomy and versatile as bigger cars, but the ride and refinement disappoint. But this car does boast 59 miles to the gallon, an impressive boot capacity of 304 litres, and will do 0 to 60 in a nippy 9.9 seconds. The all-new Jazz range has arrived with advanced eHIV hybrid engine and dynamic modern looks, and of course the gold standard for any car, magic seats. Now all of this won't be yours tonight if the price is right.
All right, we're back, folks. Yeah, well, bang on time. Just to hurry people along on the submissions, slightly, we're flagging this week, so we can get those in the next minute or so, and then we can crack on with the answers and so on. How many submissions have we got so far, Beachy? Back on the spritzers, by the way. Reloaded on these. They really are refreshing. I can't make them highly enough. So we're just over halfway on the submission. So we just need to wrap this round up if we can, folks. I can disclose at this stage that Dan Martin, the Manchester United top red, got 4 out of 5 on the Manchester United question. Not a bad effort, Dan. Not a bad effort, but just not good enough, I'm afraid. At 80%, it's a pass, isn't it? It's a pass. But for a top red like you, I thought you'd be. Okay, so yeah, so just while Steve's scurrying away in the background just to get a drink, that means you've got another 60 seconds, I think. Beachy, we're nearly there. Yeah, okay, Steve, just calm yourself. I know you're panicking. We've not got anywhere to go, Steve. Learn to sup on spritzer. Okay. Ready then, are we, Beachy? Wednesdays. So me and you are ready, Beachy. We're ready because we use the break sort of accordingly. To go to the bathroom, get a drink, to come and sit back down. Stephen, meanwhile, in a cave in Denton, Stig of the Dumb was bashing around on his keyboard. I can hear a muffle here. I think he's coming back. He's back. Steve, are you close to ready to go through the answers? Okay. Don't be so casual with me after you've just been flapping around in the background for 10 minutes. Deary me. Okay. Right. So we're all in, are we, Beachy? We're ready. Good. So we'll go through the answers now, round 1 and round 2, and then we'll crack on with Millionaire. So to remind ourselves, general knowledge. First question. So what piece of fruit is found at the top of the men's Wimbledon trophy? It's not a strawberry. It's a pineapple. A pineapple sits atop Wimbledon trophy. Your guess is as good as mine. Question 2. The Humber Bridge is the longest suspension bridge in the United Kingdom. 3. Taurus comes immediately after Aries. 4. SB is the chemical symbol for, let me just get this right, antimony. Sorry, the spritzers are taking effect. Antimony, he wants to get that right. So that's 4. 5 is 5. How clever. So 5 dice in a game of Yahtzee. Steve, we'll have a virtual game this week. You'll love it. 6, white, English, Cecile, and Bert are all types of oak tree. Oak tree for 6. 7, Lansing is in Michigan. 7, Lansing is in Michigan. 8, Gustavo Kuerten was a former world #1 in tennis. He won 3 French Open titles, apparently, before Mr. Nadal. Oasis's first UK #1 hit single was in 1995, with Some Might Say. The chief instructor in SAS Who Dares Wins is Ant Middleton. Steve Coogan, number 11, he played Paul Raymond in the film Look of Love. 12, in Christianity, the 6th of January is the Epiphany. The Epiphany for number 12. 13, the Aussies drive on the left. They drive on the right side of the road. 14, a GIF is graphics interchange format. Yeah, no idea. 15, Idina Menzel is the voice of Elsa in Frozen. 16, Queen Elizabeth II, not the first. Hear me. Has 4 children. 4 children. Charles, Andrew. Anne and Edward. So four children. I know it's past the watershed, but let's not get into it. 17, Hamlet is the longest Shakespeare play. 18, it's the almighty Graham Gooch, followed up 333 with another ton in the second innings, I think. That's the way it works. 19 is Cliff Richard. Harry Webb is Cliff Richard. And 20, Susie Dent has been in Dictionary Corner since 1992. Steady Beachy. I couldn't believe it was 28 years. I thought she was a reasonably recent addition. 55, Susie Dent, apparently. She's 55 years old, would you believe? It's in cracking nick. Okay, round 3, pick and mix. Steady on, although we don't want this falling down again. So the Manchester United players with the most appearances in 98-99. So top of the shop, 56 appearances for the Great Dane Peter Schmeichel. In second, joint second, I suppose, David Beckham with 55 and Roy Keane with 55. In fourth, Gary Neville with 54. And then in joint fifth, Jaap Stam, Paul Scholes and Dwight York. And the points awarded to anyone with Jaap Stam, who had, I think he had 50 starts, one off the bench, 51 appearances. So the anagrams, famous sites of Manchester. So 6 should have the Arndale. 7, the National Football Museum. 8, Corn Exchange. 9, Piccadilly Station. And 10, St. Peter's Square. So they were the anagrams. African countries beginning with the letter E. You have Egypt. 12, or just E, well, it doesn't really matter. Egypt, Republic of Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Eswatini, which used to be Swaziland until 2018, and Ethiopia. They're the 5 countries in Africa beginning with the letter E. That's Egypt, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Eswatini, and Ethiopia. On to the books. 16 is The Catcher in the Rye. 17 is The Hobbit. 18 is Moby Dick. 19, apparently quite a lot of people said Mao's Little Red Book. I can assure you that's not a novel. Let's just be clear about that. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, you're for 19. And 20 is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for 20. And then into the either-ors. So Michael Jordan is 1.98 meters. Sorry for using the metric terms. They were just easy to find online. He's 1.98 meters. Peter Crouch is 2.01 meters, meaning that Crouchy takes the crown there. Peter Crouch taller. Which flag has more horizontal stripes? The Greek flag has 8, and I think the States has 12, which is the USA. There are more calories in a Whopper than a Big Mac by about 100. So if you want to be nice and healthy, go for the Big Mac. Something like that. Which is quicker? Tour de France cyclist or Usain Bolt? It's a Tour de France cyclist, but it's literally, there's a couple of kilometers an hour in it. Yeah, that's how fast Usain Bolt is. And 25, the Isle of Skye is further north. On to the showcase. So the big 2 items this week, or the big item really for me, the Honda Jazz, as usual, but just to tick them off, the Garmin Watch 569, the Puma Gear 255, the Spa break in Wokingham was never going to break the bank, was it? 271. The Holiday to Sydney 4365, and the Honda Jazz a whopping £21,385, meaning that the total price of the showcase tonight is £26,845. Very well done to anybody who got close to that. I'd have gone on the lower side personally. I only knew that about 5 minutes ago. Somebody got within £100, apparently. Somebody within £100. Were they under, Beachy? Oh, they were under. Congrats, 5 points. Lovely, lovely stuff. Okay, so that's the answers to round 1 and 2. So I think we're ready for Millionaire, aren't we now? I think before we start, we're showing the. Are we just going through that again quickly? I think everybody knows by now. Everybody knows by now, don't they? Surely. I can explain without the visuals, Steve. So round 3 is now live. So as per usual, a bit more admin at your side. We just need you to essentially complete a sheet for each individual answer. Little hint and tip: make sure that you copy and paste your team name, because you have to put the team name in. It's just easier to do so. And then on each page, when you go on to the first time, you'll click which question you're answering, and then you'll put your answer in. Hit submit. It'll bring you to another page with a link. You just click the link, it brings you back round the Google Sheet again, and you do it all over again. The next question, and so on and so forth. I think that was relatively clear. I hope it certainly was. But without further ado, Steve, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Without further ado. It's absolutely seamless. Okay. Refire. Cuts and action. Without further ado, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Oh God, it's all gone. It's all gone to pop. Anyway, we're in. Apparently, I've not got the audio. That's the issue. That's the issue, folks. Seamless stuff. Okay, are you ready for question 1, Steve? Okay. Question 1 in tonight's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Which building did Guy Fawkes try to blow up? A, the Houses of Parliament, B, St Paul's Cathedral, C, the Taj Mahal, or D, the Millennium Dome? That's question 1 in tonight's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Which building did Guy Fawkes try to blow up? A, the Houses of Parliament, B, St Paul's Cathedral, C, the Taj Mahal, or D, the Millennium Dome? Word of warning, folks, I think there are a couple of real banana skins early doors tonight. Okay, I can hear the music now, Steve. I've got the drama. I can feel the tension. Feel it. Okay, so that was number 1. Question 2: £200 and 1 point in tonight's quiz. In which country is the mining valley the Rhondda? A, South Africa, B, Australia, C, Wales, D, the USA. So that's question 2, £200 and for 1 point in tonight's quiz. In which country is the mining valley the Rhondda? A, South Africa, B, Australia, C, Wales, D, USA. Tough for a couple of £100 that I thought. Okay. Beachy knew it. Okay, 3. For £300 and for 1 point in tonight's quiz. Who designed the present St Paul's Cathedral? A, John Nash, B, Inigo Jones, C, Frank Lloyd Wright, or D, Sir Christopher Wren? Again, I'm not sure that's a gimme. I'm not sure. For £300, I'd have blown 2 lifelines by now. So that's question 3, £300 and for 1 point in tonight's quiz. Who designed the present St Paul's Cathedral? A, John Nash, B, Inigo Jones, C, Frank Lloyd Wright, or D, Sir Christopher Wren? That said, I think there are a couple of easier ones. Don't panic. Just hearing that Ayrton Fielding, as our chairman in chief, can't quite believe that the Honda Jazz has come in at £21,000. That's what you pay for Far Eastern quality, I'm afraid. That's just what you got to pay the big bucks for that Honda magic. Okay, 4. This is £500 and 1 point in tonight's quiz. What is the smallest and least powerful piece on a chessboard? A, the bishop, B, a knight, C, a rook, or D, a pawn? So that's question 4 for £500 and 1 point in tonight's quiz. What is the smallest and least powerful piece on a chessboard? A, the bishop, B, the knight, C, the rook, or D, the pawn? Okay, and Beachy's just debating in the background as to where, just basically saying it's always top of the range car. It's never a £4,000 larder. Oh god. Okay, 5 for £1,000 and for a point in tonight's quiz. What is an Australian billabong? What is an Australian billabong? A sheep ranch, B, a song, C, a party, or D, a watering hole. So that's question 5 for £1,000 and 1 point in tonight's quiz. What is an Australian billabong? A sheep ranch, a song, a party, or a waterhole? Good song about Matilda, adapted by the Barmy Army, which includes a line about a certain billabong. We're past the watershed, but again, we won't get into that. Okay, so if we can all get those submitted, and then we can run through the first 5, and then we can really crack into the meaty stuff as we go forward. Beachy on submissions, how are we doing? A few more to come in before we can rattle through those. We do seem to submit very well when it comes to Millionaire. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting the green light from Beach to crack on. So, Stephen, shall we go through the answers? And just to be clear, Steve, so that this is a little bit more polished than it has been in previous weeks, we're not locking in, are we? We're not locking in this section. Okay. We've blown cover. Let's do it. Let's have a look at the answers. Question 1 for £100 and 1 point in tonight's quiz. Which building did Guy Fawkes try to blow up? The Houses of Parliament, St Paul's Cathedral, Taj Mahal, or the Millennium Window? Let's have a look, please, Stephen. There we go. The Houses of Parliament, 5th of November. All of it. Okay. Question 2. In which countries, £200 and a point in tonight's quiz? In which country is the mining valley the Rhondda? South Africa, Australia, Wales, or the United States? Let's have a look, Steve. Let's see, Wales. Wales, the correct answer. I might have been tempted to go for South Africa. That would have been that. Yeah, I would. I really would. I'd have been tempted with South Africa. 3. Who designed the President St Paul's Cathedral? Paul's Cathedral again. A. John Nash. B. Inigo Jones. C. Frank Lloyd Wright. Or D. Sir Christopher Wren. Let's have a look, please, Stephen. There we go. Good old Chris Wren with the old the design for St Paul's Cathedral. Very nice. Okay, £500 and 1 point in tonight's quiz for this. What is the smallest and least powerful piece on a chessboard? A bishop, knight, rook, or pawn? Let's have a look, Steve. Pawn it is. And 5. What is the Australian billabongs for £1,000 and 1 point? What is an Australian billabong? A sheep ranch, a song, a party, or a waterhole? Let's have a look, please, Stephen. There we go. That one relatively straightforward. Okay, so there we go. We're up to £1,000. Anybody? I assume we've still got plenty. Have we lost anyone, Beachy? Okay. Couple of banana skins on question 2. Yeah, I'd South Africa for me, especially with that spelling. Oh God, it's slipping again. There we go. Okay, we're back. Okay, on we go. Question 6 this time. It's £2,000 and for 2 points, crucially, in tonight's quiz. Whose discovery of the law of gravity was supposedly inspired by a falling apple? A. Albert Einstein, B. Isaac Newton, C. William Tell, or D. Benjamin Franklin? Vibration hasn't been turned off tonight. Very well aware of that. Buzzing away in the background adds a bit of. Well, I was going to say add something, but it doesn't. Does it? It doesn't add anything. So that's question number 6. This is for £2,000. That was my chair moving, folks. This is for £2,000 and for 2 points in tonight's quiz. Whose discovery of the law of gravity was supposedly inspired by a falling apple? Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, William Tell, or Benjamin Franklin? Spritz are going down very nicely, in fact. Okay. On to 7, £4,000 and 2 points in tonight's quiz. Which monarch was on the British throne at the time of the Crimean War? George III, William IV, Edward VII, or Queen Victoria? That's question 7 for £4,000 and 2 points in tonight's quiz. We had the Crimean War last week, didn't we? Which monarch was on the British throne at the time of the Crimean War? George III, William IV, Edward VII, or Queen Victoria? That's £4,000 and 2 points on tonight's quiz. What's that, Stephen? Stephen doesn't like the fact that Millionaire is obsessed with history, paintings, etc. What can I say? That's what the show likes, isn't it? It really likes that sort of stuff. Okay. Well, here's one for you, Steve. This isn't history and this isn't painting. And I suspect that most people will get this. This is question 8 for £8,000 and for 2 points in tonight's quiz. Who famously defeated Steve Davis on the final black to become world snooker champion in 1985? Is it Joe Johnson, Alex Higgins, Dennis Taylor, or Stephen Hendry? So that's question 8. Who famously defeated Steve Davis on the final black to become world snooker champion in 1985? Joe Johnson, Alex Higgins, Dennis Taylor, or Stephen Hendry? Okay. I think most will get that, so I'm happy to move through at pace here. On to £16,000 and for 2 points in tonight's quiz. More importantly, in which West End musical did Topol play a singing milkman? Oliver, Fiddler on the Roof, Cats, or Blood Brothers? So in which West End musical did Topol play a singing milkman? A. Oliver, B. Fiddler on the Roof, C. Cats, or D. Blood Brothers? It's for £16,000 and for 2 points in tonight's quiz. Really getting stuck into the bank holiday weekend here, that is for sure. Okay. So that's question 9. And question 10. A bit more Disney for you folks. £32,000 and for 2 points in tonight's quiz. Which Disney film features Pongo and Perdita? Is it A, Lady and the Tramp, B, The Aristocats, C, The Lion King, or D, 101 Dalmatians? Question 10, £32,000 for 2 points in tonight's quiz. Which Disney film features Pongo and Perdita? Lady and the Tramp, The Aristocats, The Lion King, or 101 Dalmatians? See, I thought that set was okay. Unlike the couple of banana skins early doors. How are we doing submission-wise in the back end, Beachy? Okay, hearing that it's going well. Ayrton's still on question 6. But don't worry, folks. I don't think that that's going to have any sort of impact on the integrity of the quiz. I assume it's because he's slightly behind. But don't worry. Ayrton Fielding will be nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, so there's no need to panic at home. He really won't be threatening. Other than that, we're ready. So we're ready to crack on. Ayrton can catch up in due course, I'm sure, with a delayed feed. Let's go back to 6 then, please, Steve. Okay, so for £2,000 and for 1 point in tonight's quiz, we want to know whose discovery of the law of gravity was supposedly inspired by a falling apple. Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, William Tell, or Benjamin Franklin. We're locking in now, Steve. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Sir Isaac Newton for £2,000. For £4,000 for another 2 points in tonight's quiz. Which monarch was on the British throne at the time of the Crimean War? George III, William IV, Edward VII, or Queen Victoria? Let's lock it in, Steve. Okay, and let's reveal the correct answer. Queen Vicky there, shooting us through that particular conflict. Okay, on to question 8 for 8,000 and for 2 points. Suspect most won't have any problems with this. Who famously defeated Steve Davis on the final Black Snooker World Snooker Champion in '85? Johnson, Higgins, Taylor, or Hendry? Let's lock it in, please, Steve. And let's have a look. There we go, Dennis Taylor. Very nice. Great pair of glasses. They were very strong glasses, those, weren't they? Okay, on to welding goggles, Beachy says. not a bad shout. Okay, on to 9 for £16,000 and 2 points in tonight's quiz. In which West End musical did Top Hole play a singing milkman? Oliver, The Fiddler on the Roof, Cats, or Blood Brothers? Let's lock it in, please, Steve. And let's reveal the correct answer. Fiddler on the Roof. I was wondering what place a singing milkman would have in Blood Brothers. Yeah, it doesn't quite go, does it? Okay, and then on to 10 for £32,000 and 2 points in tonight's quiz. Which Disney film features Pongo and Perdita? Lady and the Tramp, The Aristocats, The Lion King, or 101 Dalmatians? Let's lock it in, please, Steve. And let's reveal the correct answer. Very nice indeed. 101 Dalmatians. Okay, into the crunch end now. The last 5 in tonight's quiz. 3 points apiece for these. Word from James Dadge. Go on, Steve, before we. We can. No explanation for the absence of James Dadge. We can wish Caitlin a happy 22nd birthday. Happy birthday, Caitlin. I hope this finds you well and enjoying your birthday regardless of the prevailing circumstances. Okay. 11. Shall we move through? Come on, let's get on with it. 64,000 into the big money and for 3 points in tonight's quiz. More importantly, what is unusual about the Basenji dog? No tail, no fur, no bark, or no sense of smell. That's for £64,000 and 3 points in tonight's quiz. What is unusual about the Basenji dog? No tail, no fur, no bark, or no smell. I was going to say that could be anything in relation to Mitch Wood's dog. It's an unusual beast, isn't it? It really is. Yeah, I wouldn't have heard that until fairly on. Great dog, though. I do love that dog. It's a great dog. Okay, so that was 11 for £64,000 and 3 points in tonight's quiz. What is unusual about the Basenji dog? No tail, no fur, no bark, or no sense of smell. Onwards, we march to question 12. And this is where Stephen gets annoyed because it's a painting question. This is for £125,000, 3 points in tonight's quiz. And I don't mean to gloat, but I got this without any of the options. Big pat on the back. Oh, God, what a loser. 12. Who painted The Birth of Venus? A. Raphael, B. Donatello, C. Michelangelo, or D. Botticelli? That's 12 for £125,000 and for 3 points in tonight's quiz. Who painted The Birth of Venus? Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, or Botticelli? What, Michelangelo? I'm happy with that pronunciation, Stephen. Michelangelo. I think that's correct, isn't it? Are you going for Michelangelo? Yeah. The question is, who painted The Birth of Venus? Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, or Botticelli? Okay, just there is a little bit of a typo on there. It says The Birth of Venue. That is my fault. It should be The Birth of Venus, just to be clear. Okay, on we go. Not many Renaissance paintings of The Birth of Venue, let me tell you. Okay, 13 for £250,000 and 3 points in tonight's quiz. Which Charles Dickens novel features the sisters Charity and Mercy Pecksniff? A. Bleak House, B. Martin Chuzzlewit, C. David Copperfield, or D. Hard Times? This is for £250,000 for 3 points in tonight's quiz. Which Charles Dickens novel features the sisters Charity and Mercy Pecksniff? Bleak House, Martin Chuzzlewit, David Copperfield, or Hard Times? Not a Dickensian, so again, no idea. Oh, but Beachy, that's not. Sorry, you cracked me up. More Alan Partridge references there. Oh, I like David Copperfield. Okay, steady on. So that was £250,000. We're looking for Charity and Mercy Pecksniff, Bleak House, Martin Chuzzlewit, David Copperfield, or Hard Times. Then on for £500,000. Getting right to the crunch now. £500,000 for 3 points again in tonight's quiz. Which famous aircraft was designed by Reginald Mitchell? A. Camel, B. Lancaster, C. Comet, or D. Spitfire? That's for 3 points in tonight's quiz for £500,000. Which famous aircraft was designed by Reginald Mitchell? Camel, Lancaster, Comet, or Spitfire? Really getting to the crunch here. Okay. So that's which famous aircraft was designed by Reginald Mitchell: Camel, Lancaster, Comet, or Spitfire. And that brings us, folks, to the last question tonight's quiz for £1 million and for 3 points in tonight's quiz. As the crow flies, which London tube station is closest to 10 Downing Street? A. Embankment, B. St James's Park, C, Waterloo, or D, Piccadilly Circus? So that is for £1 million and for 3 points in tonight's quiz. As the crow flies, which London tube station is closest to 10 Downing Street? Embankment, St James's Park, Waterloo, or Piccadilly Circus? I've heard Stephen. I've heard Stephen in the background say, "Oh, it's quite easy, that one." But would you be willing to risk 468k on knowing the correct answer to that? Absolutely no chance. No chance. Yeah, exactly. So you wouldn't know. Okay. So that is the quiz for tonight. We can have the results tonight, can we, Beachy? Oh wow! It's been really refined, this process, hasn't it? Okay, well, yeah, we'll see whether we can actually publish the results live on air. Wouldn't that be exciting? Oh wow! God, it's been a lot. It's been a long lockdown when you're getting very excited by that. So, Beach, are we ready in the back end? Are we ready? Submissions are in, folks. So let's go back. £64,000. Here we go. What do we wanted to know? For 3 points in tonight's quiz, what is unusual about the Basenji dog? No tail, no fur, no bark, or no smell. Now let's lock it in, please, Steve. Okay, and computer, let's reveal the correct answer. Okay, so there we are. No bark for £64,000. On to the £125,000 question. 3 points in tonight's quiz. Who painted the birth of Venus? Who painted the birth of Venus? Is it Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, or Botticelli? Let's lock it in, please, Steve. And if we could reveal the correct answer, please. There we go, Botticelli. The correct answer there for 125k. Onwards for £250,000. Which Charles Dickens novel features sisters Charity and Mercy Pecksniff? Bleak House, Martin Chuzzlewit, David Copperfield, or Hard Times? Let's lock it in, Steve. Oh, he's gone for it. He's overruled. He's overruled. Straight in there. The computer right on the ball with Martin Chuzzlewit. Martin Chuzzlewit there for £250,000. Yeah, nothing like building up a bit of suspense. Nothing like, bringing it on. £500,000. Here we go. Which famous aircraft designed by Reginald Mitchell? Camel, Lancaster, Comet, or Spitfire? Let's lock it in. And let's have a look at the correct answer. There it is, the Spitfire. And so for £1 million and 3 points in tonight's quiz, as the crow flies, which London tube station is closest to 10 Downing Street? A, Embankment, B, St James's Park, C, Waterloo, or D, Piccadilly Circus? Let's lock it in. If you just said C, let's not even do that. Let's have a look at the correct answer, shall we see? There we go. Embankment. So there we go. There we have it, folks. That's tonight's quiz wrapped up. And in the books, that's another one. The books 9 in a row now. Beachy, how are we doing in the back end for marking? So yeah, okay. So we're not going to publish live. We will be able to publish them tonight, so you can see how you've done. So I suppose just in wrapping up, all I'd like to sort of do is thank everybody at home who continue to join in and support the quiz. It's great to see so many people tuning in and enjoying it week on week. Obviously, I'm not going to go into particular, but obviously in terms of we continue to sort of raise funds and whatnot for the club to help in these difficult moments. So those details are on the website if anybody wishes to help out and donate. The march continues, the Mottram March. The English cricket grounds were chalked off in absolutely no time, so we're now on a tour of those Australian cricket grounds. So please keep submitting those times, and we'll continue to get active together. As I said earlier on tonight, there's a couple of things sort of bubbling along in the background. If we can get some sort of face-to-face quiz in the near future, we will do so. And keep your eyes peeled for some details this week of our upcoming race night, which I'm sure will be along in due course. It's always a belting night and a good opportunity for us to get our hands in our pockets and have a little bit of a flutter. You can't argue with it, can you? But without sort of further ado, I think the last thank you for me, because it's easiest for it to go sort of unrecognised, is again to Steve and Michael in the back end, who continue to sort of do sterling work week on week. Safe to say that there is a real time investment, particularly from Stephen's perspective. And so thank you to Stephen and Mike. I really appreciate it. I'm sure you guys do at home too. So thank you to them. I hope everybody stays well this week. Have a great week. Enjoy the bank holiday weekend. And I think we'll see you same time next week. I think that's that from me. Anything else from the back end? Nothing from Michael. Nothing. Oh, yeah. Sorry. We will thank Mike Scott as well for his help with the showcase. Absolutely superb. So thanks to Mike as well. It is a little bit of humour added to that. I do like that. So I appreciate the help, Mike. Absolutely superb. So without further ado, it's a good night from the back end, and it's a good night from me. Good night. Okay, we're off air, are we? Okay, great. Well, that was a little bit of an itchy rear end all the way through the back end there. That was, I was trying not to make it too obvious. What? No, not that. Do you know, in fact, before that, I saw this I think it's White Lines. Anybody watching White Lines on Netflix? This actually came on in an elevator on it. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, good night, guys. I'll go and sort myself out. Right, I'm off, Emma. Okay. Oh, good again. Very good again. Yeah, no, yeah, not 100%, no. Yeah, good that again, I thought. Um, who won? Obviously, how many did they get?